I would like to start with Yogendra Yadav because Yogendra ji, you made the argument that as dismaying, as appalling as Ms. Sharma's comments on the Prophet Muhammad may have been, India as a country should not take its cue from Arab nations. And it stirred a massive debate. I want you to share your thoughts. This was, of course, a column for the print. Go ahead, Yogendra ji.
Just to clarify, Barkha, thanks for taking note of what I said. And yes, it has started some debate, and I hope it would begin some debate among the secular community in this country, because what happens is that when we get so besieged as Indian secular community is today, we lose a sense of perspective, we lose our political judgment. My advice was not to the government. Governments in this world do what they do. So I'm not saying the government of India should not take its cue or whatever. The government of India does it what does. And I'm not even saying Gulf countries have no business to interfere in our internal matters. That's a diplomatic vocabulary. That's not my vocabulary. I really hope all countries of this world say something about each other's human rights record. And the sheer weight of hypocrisy would have some effect. So that's not my issue. My issue is, should we, as those who are concerned about Indian secularism, should we, who are really concerned about this onslaught of hate which has been unleashed against the Indian Muslim community today, should we welcome or be seen to be supporting or drawing support from what many of these governments are doing? Mind you, if the support comes from citizens of any country, I'm very happy. If the support comes from human rights organizations of this world, I'm very happy. But governments, I think we need to be wary of that. We need to keep our distance. Because these governments have simply no credible record. Gulf countries, most of them, have very poor record of looking after their own minorities. And when they speak about Indian Muslims, I don't know how seriously can I take, or for that matter, United States, if they talk about human rights in this country. I mean, how do I begin to take US seriously on these issues? Second, their concern is not about the plight of minorities in this country. Their concern is only and only limited to the issue of blasphemy, which is one issue, but which is not the only issue. I mean, for me, the real priority today is what we just saw in that footage. The government, the state police, the government machinery acting in a blatantly partisan way. So in that sense, that is an issue about which I don't expect any of these governments to be seriously concerned. And three, in the long run, although the intervention by all these governments may provide a short-term succor, a bit of relief, but in the long run, I do not think intervention by these foreign governments is going to help the Indian Muslim community in its current state of besiege. It can actually become a weapon to further sort of aggravate the propaganda against the Indian Muslims. These were the reasons for my disagreement with some of my Muslim colleagues. But allow me to say that what we are witnessing in the last 2 or 3 days, I mean, this is really a cause for very serious worry, because whoever has been designing this, mind you, what Nupur Sharma said was not an accident. This is not one person who happens to have said something incendiary in one particular television program. She said it in 3 places. So clearly the attempt was to provoke. She's not the only person to be doing it. So many people are doing. She happens to be the spokesperson at that time of the of the ruling party. She claimed even after that incident, even after it was made public, that she enjoys full support for her party, that she is in touch with Home Ministry, she is in touch with the PMO, that the party is backing her. For 6 days, no action was taken. And after that, it's only when the Gulf country, when the commercial interests were involved, that she was asked to step down. So these are not incidental things.